how to talk about artificial intelligence to C-suite level people, executive board members of supervisory board. I give you 5 hints that will make you a person that wants to be heard and that talks about artificial intelligence right. First of all, do your homework. If you talk about artificial intelligence, it needs to be attached to the company you are talking to, meaning to managers that work for the company. You cannot tell people what SpaceX is going to with the new humanoid, and if you're talking to manufacturing leaders, company leaders, or pharmaceutical company leaders, it needs to be attached to the business model. Why? Because those people do not like to take not calculated risks. And this risk is not calculated. You cannot calculate it if you want them to make a bigger jump that they can do. So first, do your homework, and remember that homework needs to be done very good. You don't have to necessarily know everything, because from outside it's difficult to dive into specific company and understand all the unique details about it, but you can research enough, especially if you use artificial intelligence. Second, out of the 5, be a servant. If you try to talk to them to impress them, it's thinking about yourself. It's trying to put yourself, your speech, your knowledge, your wisdom, your expertise, if it's there. I'm not trying to say you don't have it, but you're trying to focus on that. Focus on them. Try to get that flavor, what they are afraid of, what AI can help them with. For one customer like mine, it could be removing the manual time spent on putting orders and ordering goods for the factory production unit. For a second customer of mine, it might be removing disproportion of the knowledge between on-field workers and office guys. So kind of like giving them equal understanding of AI and how it can help with tools. But no matter what is it, you cannot really ignore that, and you need to really make sure that is very clear to them. The third super important is, except for being a servant, you need to calculate the risk. Data privacy is what everybody is afraid of. And nobody is going to connect that pipe with high quality customer data if they are not secure. It will not flow on the other side and train models. Don't worry about it. AI companies will not share that data between them, because the data is the new oil and they want to get it and understand it and make money of it. So it will not go public, but it can be used to train the model. Make sure you understand that security data, you address that before you tell them how much fancy stuff you can do with artificial intelligence. Fourth, it's a tool out of many tools right there. From the board of directors perspective, artificial intelligence is just one of the way. It's not the only way, it's just one of the way. So you got to understand that they look at that as something that can take them from A to B. And that A to B needs to be really well designed and understood by artificial intelligence, but by you, and then how you explain. That's very critical. That's very important. That's something you got to combine together. So they will say, all right, we want to drive this car with you because we can get enough in a comfortable way right there. Or we want to go for that walk with you because we know you take us through this little streets in this ancient city, and we'll end up at a nice restaurant, and that nice restaurant is a goal you want to achieve. And the fifth, but last but not least, be on the stage, which means you got to dictate the roadmap. You got to design the roadmap. You got to study the company and make them from A to B through A to Z through A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Just make that narrow down. Understand the journey, give them deliverables per each step. Hint, let them quit wherever they want. If they don't trust the AI, they see hallucinations, too much work, they want to experiment, let them go. They'll come back because the time will be there when AI will put so much pressure on the industry they are in that they need to figure it out. But if they don't trust it today, do your work, but walk away from a table, get a good relationship going, and come back. Those 5 things will make you a great consultant, great advisor, great AI fascinating guy, great AI enthusiast, because they just work. It's proven that if you make them working, they will work for you and for your customer, which is most important than you.